Now, the first ever Kids and Art Culture Sensation took place in Springfield just earlier today. The unique and creative event is designed especially for children. Kids were engaged in a variety of creative activities, from painting to making percussion instruments and playing various musical instruments. Jorge Martinez is the executive director of the Seven Arts Latino Foundation. He says the mission of the nonprofit is to engage the Latino community in all expressions of art.
And basically what we do here is that we are teaching our kids how to express their emotions and feelings through music, through painting, through doing all kind of stuff that have to do with art.
Martinez believes that art has the power to change society, and he says his organization has big plans for some positive changes.
We need the people to get in connection with art. That's why we're going to be having operas here in Springfield. We're going to have, classical music playing. We're going to have theater companies coming to the city.
Martinez hopes to make an event like this an annual tradition, and he gives credit to all those the organization's supporters to help make that a reality. And coming up on Western Mass News, a local